Yes, people, what is going on? Welcome to McLaren Fan TV. Yes, people, it is February, so you know what time it is. Pre-season, car launches, season preview. Of course, I'm joined with my co-host, Mahad. What is going on, brother? How you been?
I'm good. Champions, obviously, coming into a season,
Still?
so that's
Yeah,
it's always you still have that feeling from last season,
yeah,
and I'm glad to be back, man. I'm glad to talk some McLaren. I'm glad to see all the whole family and that, and
exactly.
yeah, it's been a while, isn't it? Formula One's been gone. It feels like it's been gone for ages, but it's only been less than 2 months.
It does feel like that. And yeah, man, you can't really, like, it's one of them ones where you feel, on one hand, we needed a break, but I'm itching to go. I'm itching to go again for the new season. One hell of a long season. Yeah,
Yeah,
big plans for not just McLaren, but McLaren Fan TV as well. People, MFTV is going to be doing bigger and better this year. We promise you that.
100%, man. And yo, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, subscribe. We need 3 more for 500. So let's get to that milestone, people.
It's been nothing short of great and phenomenal, and I'm looking forward, mate. I'm pumped, ready to go, man. I'm ready to frigging go. Before we get into the topics at hand, we're gonna send some love to the people that are in the chat. Make sure you smash a like on the video as well. By the way, just get this video out here live to all McLaren fans each and every time. Shout out to Stefan Williams, who says Team Papaya are ready to cook in 2025. Mahad, how are you feeling ahead of the season? Like, where are you at? You know, Stefan saying, look, they're ready. The team's ready to go. What are you saying?
You know what? I like coming into it with no expectations. If you come into it, we were like, oh, we should be winning 24 races. We should be dominating. We should have the fastest car. You kind of set yourself up to fail. So for
Yeah,
now, I'm just excited that I know that we're gonna be competing. Like towards the front of the grid, and we're coming into it as champions. Obviously, expectations are higher, and I have a good feeling about the radio silence.
yeah,
There's been more McLaren been quiet over the winter. There's a lot of talking on other teams about what's happening and so on and so on.
yeah.
McLaren just said we're gonna make some bold risks, and that's it. That's all I've heard. I
This
ain't
is
heard
it.
nothing else. No separate livery launch. No social media posts like that. Last
Yeah,
year, think about it. This time last year, it was amped. Remember they dropped that video randomly,
true.
and then they dropped the livery in January.
Yeah, we got it
Like
early, didn't
we were
we?
like we were like we were the market leaders when it came to hyping up before preseason. But this
Exactly.
year, I kind of prefer the quiet approach.
It just leaves the suspense. Do you know what I mean? You just never know
Yeah,
what's quite going to happen. And you know, the season's starting again in Australia. There's something McLaren about that. I don't know why.
that's heritage, man.
There's heritage. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something about it. I'm not entirely sure why, but yeah, I'm buzzing, man. I'm buzzing, ready to go.
Peter, I can't hear you.
Oh, testing one
Oh,
two.
now I can hear you. I think you're
That's
leaning on the
weird.
mic or something on the wire.
That's so weird. That's really weird.
I can hear you now though.
It keeps dipping out. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wicked. Yeah. Adam Heddle says, "Evening, lads. Hope you had a nice break from F1 and are ready for this year,
Shout out
which
to
will
you,
be
Adam.
our year in both championships. The predictions are early. Adam's
Yeah.
in early, mate. He's in early.
I want to be at least obviously competing for both championships. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in 26, so this is the year that we kind of have to grab it with both hands and try to get as much as we can because our fate
Go
is
for
kind
it.
of in Mercedes' hands a little bit with the engine.
Yeah, true. But yeah, we got to just go for it. We got to go for
Yeah,
it. You know, we know Red Bull are in a, you know, they were in somewhat of a vulnerable position. It will depend to see how they begin this year, but you know, they ended last season a little bit wobbly. Um, Ferrari and Mercedes couldn't quite make up their minds of who
yeah,
wants to be second or who wants to challenge. And we got over the line. You know, we got over the line, not even like just, but we did it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we did it. We went above our target. Like, I don't think our target was to win it last year. So
I
the
don't think
fact that we
anybody in
hit
this
that,
chat would say we were going to win the championship. at the beginning. This time last year, when we did
Yeah.
our first stream back, there was no way we were thinking about championship. I remember you was like cheeky. You was like, "Oh, let's get a second. We're gonna get a second."
Yeah, cheeky too.
And that was supposed to be like proper ambitious, you know.
That seemed far-fetched. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and yet here we are. You know, here we are. Yeah, phenomenal scenes, man.
But McLaren fans should come out with their chest out.
I think we can this
We're the
year.
champions. We're here, innit?
We are champions. We have to.
And no matter what anybody says, obviously people are going to focus on the drivers' championship and all this kind of stuff going on. At the end of the day, we built the best car. We've got the best engineers.
Factual.
So I don't think you should fear anything. The rest of those guys have got stuff to prove. You know what I mean? Red Bull's got to prove that he can build a fast car without Adrian Newey. Ferrari's just got to prove that they can build the outright fastest car. Mercedes have to prove that they can understand these regulations. So there's a lot in play, but for us, we've proved that what we can do, and then we've got a good solid foundation to build on it.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. You're bang on. Drea says, look, good to see you back, guys. Hope you are well and had some good times. Can't wait for F1 to come back too. Drea, it's good to see you. It's good to see you commenting as per usual. Big up to everybody who's come back from last season, man. It's good to see you all, man. You guys are putting smiles on my face for sure. TSJ Awesome, another one, says we are back with Pete Prod here to stay. What are your thoughts on the announcement of the man, the magician, the architect, as some call him, Pete Prodromu's signing a new deal with McLaren?
Yeah, I think it's great news. I think when you're seeing other teams making moves for technical hires and trying to like shuffle it around and seeing if they can solidify it, we're actually just holding our base and saying, okay, we believe in the guys we've got. We've got Rob Marshall in the bag. Pete Prodromu got moved into a more senior position, not more senior position, but a position that has more influence on the car. And Stella's the one that facilitated that. And we've got Neil Holdy. We've got all the whole technical team in there. We're bringing in more people. It's good when you hear that people are staying rather than leaving, right?
Yeah.
When it's key figureheads like Pete Prodromu, when he's the head of Aero, and a lot of our stuff is Aero that we've succeeded on last year. We're not getting poached, you know.
No, we're not getting poached, and
we're the poachers at this moment.
If anything, yeah. And stability-wise, McLaren seem to be the only team where things are not changing or moving. Like you look at the driver pairings, nobody's kept their driver pairing this season.
I think Aston Martin.
Aston Martin, of course, yeah. Aston Martin's the only one. And then you look elsewhere in terms of like, you know, as you say, like the sort of the background, the technical people, the aerodynamicists, the strategists, engineers, these are moving parts, and every team is moving one way or the other. And whether that's because it's a good thing or a bad thing remains to be seen. But the fact that we got some stability, and to see somebody like Pete Prod, who would be hot property, by the way, for other teams, especially going into the new regulations as well in 26. The fact that we did sign a multi-year deal with him is brilliant. And you know, Andrea Stella is speaking highly of him. You go back to 2023 when he was brought back as the chief. He said we need to unleash this talent that we have. Like we've kept him camped, you know, in the team, and yet we need to let him go. And boy, if this is anything, you know, if this is a small crumb of what we've seen of him, I cannot wait to see what we see in the next couple of years. So massive news to sign Pete Prodromu, you know, fantastic signing for us, and to keep him there.
Yeah, 100%. And like we're already building on, especially the stuff that we did last year in terms of aerodynamics, and giving them that creative freedom to just do what they want to do. Yeah, I think all power to them. You know, we have lost somebody. I think we lost Hiroshi, our tire man, our Pirelli man.
Yeah.
I think he went back to Japan. He took a role in motorsport in Japan. So he was a big guy for us in terms of tires. But apart from that, I think we're good to go in terms of the technical side of things, and we're ready to build another monster, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, Alex the Oracle, welcome back, says get that Peter Prod statue outside working now. You know, 100%. It's time. It's time. Sorry for the sound problem, people. I see you guys in the comment. I didn't even realize I see you guys now in the comment section, making point. Hopefully I sound crystal clear and all good. All is well. Shout out to Mitchell Williams. Big up yourself. Says morning, lads, from Australia. Very excited to see what Don Stella has been cooking over the winter break. You and me both, Mitchell.
I'm glad that they said that they're not sitting still.
Yeah,
they decided, okay, let's push the envelope, man.
I
Obviously,
mean,
you get flashbacks of like 2013, and like, oh, you know,
sure.
Remember when we went too far, and then ended up with a car that was not even better than the 2012 car.
Because the similarities, I guess, is because 2014 was a regulation change as well, wasn't it? So we threw everything at the 13, and it kind of went the other way. I don't think that's the case, because the number one thing I think we have to give McLaren credit for, especially the last 2 seasons, is they know their car, they know what needs working on, and when they make the upgrade, they know the upgrade they're dealing with. So when you've got that mix, we saw a lot of teams. You mentioned this very vividly to me last season and the season before. Teams are making upgrades and making changes, and they're going backwards, or they're just staying still. And it's understanding. It's almost like teams were copying what other people were doing, and not looking at actually what's our issue, what's our deal, and let's deal with that problem there. So, I'm excited to see exactly what kind of envelope pushing they're going to do this year, because I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will take some risks. And listen, maybe not everything will pull off. We might not pull off everything, but boy, they're trying. They're going. They're throwing everything at it.
And then obviously there's been a lot of talk about this flexi-wing stuff. Obviously,
already,
McLaren has been the main protagonist for that. And all I can say is don't hate on innovation. You know what I mean? This is what this is what F1's about. This is engineering. This is, if Rob Marshall's the guy when it comes to flexi wings, that's how it is. Yeah, you know what I mean, Formula One's about finding great areas and moving forward with it. And
that's exactly it.
Trust me, look, this. Do you remember back in Baku where they banged the rear wing after Baku? Yeah. And the team was like, "Yeah, we're not bothered." They were like, "We got another rear wing."
All right, cool. We'll move on.
Don't really care. And that rear wing ain't even flexing like that, and it was still good. That Brazil rear wing. So everybody's so focused on what they were doing then, McLaren, with the flexi wings and so on and so on. They're further down the development curve, man. They've moved on. Absolutely. They're not even looking at that stuff anymore. They're doing the next stuff. Yeah. When we saw the Brazil rear wing that was used in the sprint race and so on, that was a rear wing that was providing downforce and gave us straight line speed. Yeah. They're further down the development curve. That's what happens when you're comfortable with where you are with a car, and you're not chasing anything. You're moving on to the next thing. You're like, okay, where can we make this car go faster? We're faster already. Let's keep going. These lot are sure figure out what we were doing back then.
They were, weren't they? That's the thing. The minute you start to copy and follow, you're 2 steps behind.
Exactly. And when I hear a lot of people saying they're going to bring their own, so on and so on, and then obviously there's a rule change now that's happening in June, I think, Spanish Grand Prix or something like that. Where they're going to just change the flex of the rear wing. We've already got probably a rear wing that's already within those parameters. We've got Rob Marshall. We're all right. We're good.
Marshall's the man. He's the man. He knows what he's doing. The Oracle says we are back. Ryan P, big up yourself. Welcome back. Says 2025 can now officially start. Absolutely. Drea says last season was overachieved. This year, everything can happen. The flexi front wing, the thing can mix it up. It's all open, I expect, but we should be competitive at the very least. So I am hyped. Listen, let's talk about this season. Let's talk about the season ahead. The launch obviously is next week, next Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
What time is the launch? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I saw something just now.
I tried to Google it. I tried to find it.
They're doing it on YouTube. They're going to show it on YouTube and Sky or whatever.
I was thinking.
So I don't really need a ticket to go there.
No.
Unless you want to send me McLaren. Send me.
Hello. Yeah, yes. 2 of us. Because I'm thinking if it's at 7 o'clock or something, we stream it live. Do you know what I mean? We could go live.
Would you like that, guys? Do you want to stream? Should we stream at the same time as the F1 stream, and you guys can react the same way? We'll do picture in picture.
Knowing.
Actually, we might get caught.
No, we'll get caught. Knowing these lot though, knowing like Formula One, it's going to be at like 3 PM. It'll be something ridiculous like that, where especially if it's in London, they're going to do it. It's almost like as if we haven't got work or anything like that. We ain't got jobs to do or whatever. But I can only, I can, like, we should just do like a watch along stream type of thing, and just cover the whole set. Personally, I think it's just easy.
Oh, here we go. It says with a 2-hour show kicking off at 8 GMT.
8 p.m. Okay, 8 p.m.
2 hours, you know. How are they going to fill out 2 hours?
Because
should we go live when McLaren go on stage?
I mean,
I ain't really interested in other teams like that.
When will we know? That's the problem. Is there a set list? Is there an order?
This is what I'm saying. We need a set list. We need something like we need to get information about who's going on stage. What? Maybe they'll release it during the week.
Yeah, hopefully they might. Yeah, if they say like such and such time we'll have a slot at whatever, boom, then we can do that.
Or we could watch it, and then the second McLaren do their thing, we'll go live and react to it.
Oh, as soon as McLaren has done their thing, then we go live.
Then we go live.
Yeah, we can do a reactionary.
Yeah, I think we can do reactionary
sense.
Because obviously people want to watch the show. People want to watch people's cars and that.
Shout out to Ryan P saying, what about that? Yeah, let's do a reactionary show. We could do a post show. Rosar says, yes, please. We need your thoughts unfiltered. So people want that raw, that raw one. Alex says, look, if we streamed it live, we will be there.
What do you think the livery is going to be?
What colors?
Yeah.
Somebody asked it in the question here. Shout out to Sarah Harris. Hopes for the new livery. I think it would. I think the colors will be the same as last season. I don't think it will stay papaya and black.
You think it's going to stay papaya and black?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they're going to slap white on it.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like, I tried to take a look at the McLaren put out some new merch, didn't they? The boys were wearing the hoodies.
There's a lot of white there.
I saw that. That's a good shout. It's a good point actually. I didn't actually even clock.
Usually McLaren merch ain't got white versions.
But the thing is, last year it still had the Golf blue, didn't it? And the livery had no blue on it. So
they might be tricking us.
Who knows? Like it could be that. So I'm having a look to see if there's anything on the merch that they might be hinting at us. And by the way, what's the name of this McLaren car this year?
They put XX.
Yeah.
They don't want us to know. Which means it's not 39.
Okay, because I was thinking it's not 20. it can't be 20.
Yeah.
So
it's not Roman numerals.
What we see as I took it as Roman numerals.
But for me, why if we had MCL 38 last year, it should logically be MCL 39. Why blank out?
Well, didn't we have 60? Wasn't it 60 yesterday?
We did the anniversary 60. That was 2023. Because it was the 60th anniversary of McLaren, right?
Can you imagine? That was 23.
Yeah. So then last year was MCL 38. So logically, you would think it's 39. So why hide it? If it that means it's not 39.
Yeah. No, it's true. I'm intrigued. I mean, the race suits that they've got on. I don't know if you've seen was it earlier when I think they were doing some testing, whatever, preseason testing, and there was like no sponsors on this race suit.
Yeah, nothing on the car, nothing on the race suit. They don't reveal nothing.
I do wonder. Drea says I may be up for the stream. We'll see. The Oracle says white, black, papaya. I mean, I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
Because obviously last year's one was inspired by Singapore the year before. So I think what they're doing is Singapore 23 inspired the 2024 livery. So I feel like whatever special livery happens in 2024 inspires the new livery. I think, but who knows, man? These lot like to weight save and stuff. Maybe they don't.
Listen, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. If there's some white on that, I'm not mad. The team kit, shout out to Rosa, says the team kit they wore in the feed were given mostly black and some papaya. So it could be the other way around. It could be more black and then papaya on there. So black being the carbon, I guess. MCL 01.
I think it'll be different. I don't think we'll just.
Yeah, I think we'll change it. I think for sure we will. I think
the name, and I definitely think there's going to be a name change. I don't think it's going to be 39. It's going to be MCL something.
As in,
like someone here just said MCL 01.
Yeah,
starting from fresh, bang.
But you think they'll start from fresh this year? Because I would have thought that would have been last year, next year. Sorry.
Who knows?
Like I'd assumed it would have been next year. So who knows?
They're not going to do like something drastic, like change it to MP and that.
Go back to MP.
Go back to MP, McLaren Projects.
Who knows, man? It could have a completely different. No, I think they'll keep to MCL.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward.
What's the thoughts on? I don't think we're having an individual launch, guys. You said
Yeah,
Ferrari's having an individual launch, and like all these other teams, I think Haas and.
I'm finding this very strange. I don't understand why teams are allowed to change, like have other dates, which I assume they're going to put out like their actual car for testing.
Yeah, shakedown and drive it.
But the thing is, some of them are doing it before the launch at the O2. And isn't the launch at the O2 meant to be the exclusive?
Apparently, as well, they're legally not allowed to launch a livery before the O2 team.
Right, exactly. So you know, who's doing it previous? Is it Williams? Williams are coming out early, aren't they?
Williams this week.
Williams this week. So what will Williams do? You know, am I going to see?
And they're just driving a car with no livery, just blank, just because they want to show their car.
But then you'd think it would be weird for them to expose their car,
or they could just do a special livery. There's nothing against that. They could just do a random special livery. Oh, we're going to use this in Australia or something like that.
Okay, fair.
That would make sense because that's a way to avoid getting into issues.
Yeah, because you almost think, what's the point of the launch? Like, what are you guys actually doing?
Justin Bieber, innit? Little concert, man.
Justin Bieber, you know. So I mean, look, listen, McLaren, if you're clever, you better get Kendrick around right now. Grammy Award winner.
Well, listen, what's the name had him last year? AlphaTauri. Visa.
AlphaTauri.
They had him at the launch event. Visa, Cash App, whatever, had Kendrick private set.
Listen, Stake F1 with Drake, and then you got Kendrick at McLaren. Listen, it's there. It's right there. And you know Zach Brown is a sucker for the dollar. He knows how to find a coin. Do the right thing right
Talking
now.
About coin, bro. I've seen this McLaren drop. The Reese merch drop. Brother.
They need to leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
They need to leave me alone. The thing is,
shout out to Reese. Shout out to this. I love it. I love the collab. I like the items, everything like that. Seeing Oscar and Lando doing a bit of modeling and that. But guess what? I'm not feeling.
What are you not feeling?
A leather jacket costing £1,298.
Holy smokes!
That is insane. I know you know about merch and all this stuff. Obviously, Arsenal. I ain't seen Arsenal charging £1,298 for anything.
And the thing is, it's crazy because they will charge like they got something out now, like a coat similar, right? And it's like 300, and I'm sitting there like, who's paying 300? You know, who's doing?
Who's paying 1,200?
1,000? Yo,
blind me to a race and give me a race ticket.
This collab needs to come with, you know what I mean? It needs to, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. I still need to get that Constructors Championship top though. Is it sold out now?
I don't know, you know. It looked meaty though, man. I can't lie to you. I'll get it for the sake of it.
Yeah, they're both sold out.
Ones there.
both tickets, both the tee and the hoodies are sold out. I should have got it. I knew I should have done it. I should have bit the bullet. Because how much was it anyway? I'm trying to remember, was it
30 or something? Or
30 or something. Yeah, I should have bit the bullet. But yeah, it's mental, man. Shout out to Vuyo. Man, I gotta get this.
She gave you the pronunciation before, man.
She did.
I can't remember. Oh my god.
I said I'm late.
Love you though.
Oh, we're back. Listen, we're here for you now. We're here. We're gonna be back like never before. And you know what? You're gonna blink, and the season's here. You know the preseason. Are you gonna be eyeballing the preseason?
Yeah, I'll be there.
What channel is it on though? Because I don't think they showed.
It's on Sky Sports. It's on Sky Sports.
Okay. That's
when's the first race? Australia. I think it's
14th March. And the reason I know that is because I was screwing because I think we got Chelsea on the same day. I was fuming. I was like, oh, don't tell me we've got.
But remember, it's on at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, we got an early kickoff, 12:30. So I'm in the stadium. I'm in the stadium at like 5. Like, I'm already there. Do you know what I mean? So
watch it on the way to work, man.
It's a stinker. It's
actually no. Hey, what? You said 14th is the game, innit?
I think 14th is like the
race is on the 16th, bro.
Yeah, sorry. The race, the game is on this. I think 14 because I know that they put like practice, like on my calendar.
Oh yeah, it's all like Arsenal qualifying. All that
it does all of that. Yeah. So, I just remember 14th being the first, and I think how the calendar does. It does 14th to the 16th is Australian Grand Prix. So
I'm looking at it now. Arsenal's playing on the 12th. So
yeah, we're playing at 12:30 at the moment. So peak after work, innit? Them ones. I'm coming home after work on that demand, boy. Let's get them recording. So I'll watch the race, finish it, and then I'll do a live stream on the Peter on Pole channel. But it's just it's. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Zach says we are so back that some might say we never left at all. That's what
do you know what I want, guys? I want us to do the most peak sandbagging of all time. That's what I want to see. I want us to be testing like McLaren struggling. What's going on?
Bring Will Buxton? They should wheel out Will Buxton again and predict that we're going to finish at the back.
Oh, Norris is punching the wall.
Yeah.
Testing's not looking good. I want all of that to happen. Yeah, mate. And just slap it P1 in Q3.
No, exactly, and that's what we need. We need that low key. Is there any team that you're concerned about in terms of they could come out of nowhere and then just start throwing daggers?
Do you know what team scared me last year?
Go on.
But they don't have consistency. It's Mercedes.
Mercedes, yeah.
Do you know why Mercedes scare me? Because when their car actually works, they blow us out of the water.
George Russell said it. Whenever there was an opportunity to win a race, we did it. We did it.
Like we could have chatted him.
We could not.
Like it was scary that like places like Las Vegas, they smoked everybody. They were gone. Spa as well. There was races where it's so infrequent though. You have to understand, like they were only good like 4 or 5 races.
They should have been second.
Their operating window is so narrow.
Yeah. When
they did dial it in, if they sort that out, they're on levels. You know what I mean?
They are. Yeah, they are. They are.
Ferrari, I'm one of those people I don't buy into hype. Show me something. I don't buy hype. Show me on track.
Yeah, no, definitely.
One thing Ferrari is they sell snake oil.
They sell snake oil.
I'm not buying it. I'm literally not buying it until I see the proof of the pudding, right? And then Red Bull's a bit of an unknown, isn't it?
On a scale of 1 to 10, yeah, how well do you want Hamilton to do at Ferrari? 10 being the best.
Right now, I'm his biggest hater.
Cool.
I know where I stand.
Understood. So like me in 2013, basically. 2013, 2014. Yeah.
I can't tolerate this. For entertainment purposes, it will be funny if he beats Leclerc. I'd laugh.
I need that.
I'll be hilarious.
I need Hamilton to beat Leclerc this year for sure. But anyway,
I'm like, that's the prodigal child, and you let this old man come true and do what he needs to do.
This is the thing. I only bring up Hamilton because he's former McLaren, yeah. But yeah,
no, of course, no. McLaren, Hamilton will always be my McLaren son.
That's it.
Even though he's older than me.
That's it. Shout out to this name. This name is insane. Yeah, I bet £1 million that none of you can beat this length of a name for, and that's it. It ends there for me. Even then,
I respect that creativity.
It's fantastic. It says that leather jacket reminds me of the leather jackets that senior McLaren personnel wore in the West era. Woo! Are we getting that West livery this year?
There's no chance. The worst thing is the West sponsor still sponsors us. And British American Tobacco still sponsor us. And they're giving us this media views thing.
Yeah, for real.
Just rebrand views into West colours. I don't care if it don't say West. If it says views, but just may it be that colour scheme. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know, man. We're not gonna get that. I don't think.
It's a lot of things, man. I mean, look, let's shout out to Musab as well. He's back. Yes, we're back,
bro.
Shout out to you. Listen, this year is an all new car. We reset expectations. What are your
That's what I would do. What's your expectations?
So
who are you fearing?
My fear, honestly, has got to be I think I'm with you, you know. There's something about Mercedes that you just think if they just, because I think Ferrari should be right on our case. Red Bull, they've got two good drivers, yeah?
Yeah.
It's just without Adrian Newey, do these men stink this bad? Is this genuine? I don't know if Red Bull are genuine from last year. Like that tail end of last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was real. So I've got my eyes. The fear I have the most is Red Bull, no doubt, because I just don't know if those last 6 months of the season was genuine or not. Yeah, I just don't know. Yeah. And Liam Lawson's no mug, so he was half decent in that RB. He ran Daniel Ricciardo out of town.
Yeah,
and now he's run out Checo as well.
Yeah, but he's with the big boys. He's with the big boys now.
Max Verstappen is going to put him on the floor. He's going to dust him up. Let's be very clear. He doesn't. Liam Lawson, I know he's got a bit of elbows about him because obviously he's had quite a hard career coming up, hasn't he? Because he's been sort of he's here 1 minute, he's gone the next. He's had to go to different series. He's proved himself elsewhere. He comes back, and there's a lot of maybe the timing for him has just been a bit unfortunate. But I tell you what, man. What's funny is the Yuki and who's Yuki's partner? Yuki and Hajar, right? Isaac Hajar. Yuki must be fuming. And from what I understand, I don't watch Formula 2 often, but from what I understand, Hajar's a bit like Yuki on the fiery side and can
rapid
lose
and fiery.
So I'm looking forward to this combination of them two. So yeah, watch this space. So,
I like what's going on there. It's interesting, but in terms of, do you know what? I'll say the biggest fear is ourselves.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But
that's a good one.
I have 1,000,000% confidence in this technical team. If you was to ask me any aspect of this team, whether it be personnel, driver, or whatever, I have the most confidence in the technical team. If we're doing grades from last year, they're the ones that get 100 out of 100. Yeah. They're the part that's excelling in it. So I wouldn't expect them to fail now.
Yeah.
Anybody that's obviously the media will try to peddle, oh, this team could be back. This team will be back, whatever. Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, whatever. Can you go machine to machine with our engineers? No. At this moment in time, no.
That's a good one.
People talk about who the better driver lineups and so on. Is your engineers better than our engineers?
That's the question.
That's the question you should be asking. Not who's the best driver lineup. Ask who is your engineers them guys.
Bang on. And look, Sarah's with you. By the way, you've frozen on the stream. You're sounding crisp.
Oh god damn!
But you frozen on the stream. Sarah says though,
I'm biting my lip as well. Crazy.
Sarah says, look, I can't handle any dodgy strategy calls from McLaren this year. Silverstone still annoys me. So to your point there, Mahad, it could be us that shoots ourselves in the foot, in the end, we got to really hone in and make sure we dot every I, cross every T, make sure that we absolutely nail, your practice sessions. Quali is so important for both drivers. And then, the strategy has to be A1, and that too. Sarah. So whilst we wait for Mahad to come back, let's get in the comments section. Remember, guys, smash a like on the video. 25 of you watching with us right now. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new, or if you're not subscribed. Just get your finger out and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Drea says people already expect way too much from McLaren and forget was actually pretty close to at the end of last year. So I think it's important to keep expectations at a reasonable level. You're right. We didn't leave the pack. We weren't plain sailing in terms of how our performance was last year. Ferrari were very much in the mix up until the very last race of the season. So we have to, we have to be humble in that sense and keep our guard and make sure we do not leave any stone unturned, because we will get absolutely punished if we're not careful. So to Dre's point there, Mahad, we have to remember what actually did happen last year, how we actually did win the constructors, even though it was, even though we're champions. Let's not act like we didn't have to do it on the last lap. Almost, like the last second of the last lap of everything. Make sure that was done.
Yeah, I think towards the end of the season as well, a lot of situations were self-inflicted. Bringing Ferrari back into play. If we just executed correctly and kept them at an arm's length, I think we had the better car. the end of the day. I think the only two races where they really blew us out the water was Kota. We were never winning Kota.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Vegas. In Vegas, they didn't even win. They weren't even faster. They wasn't even faster than Mercedes. So I would call off from, obviously, Ferrari are considered the favourites. They'll say they made great steps. Obviously, they replaced Sainz with Hamilton and so on. I'm with Ferrari. I'm more show me.
Sure. No,
I'm not really. If they want to be favourites and the media want to gas them up and all the people want to be scared of them and they're going to be like they're the favourites. Look, this is an amazing driver lineup. So be it. I'll let them do that. You get me? It takes pressure off McLaren.
1,000%.
I think that's the whole reason why McLaren's just saying so silent. Just work on yourself, man. Focus on yourself, man. I think one thing that we had an issue with last year, and they're probably on reflection, they're probably thinking about it now, is that the media influenced us too much.
Yeah,
they influenced our decision making. They pushed narratives, and then we reacted to it, and all this stuff. Where we should just be focusing on ourselves and kind of operating within that, and just saying, okay, let's just look withinwards and just take it race by race.
This is it, man. We've got to do that. Julia, big up yourself. Welcome back for another season. What do we think about McLaren saying it's a new car? Is that a bad thing?
No, I don't think so.
Is it a good thing? You know,
last year they said they were gonna push the boat out and make risks and so on. Obviously, that caused the delay and made our car only come on race 6 or whatever. But it was worth it.
In the end, yeah.
I'd rather let them take the risks and let it marinate. Obviously, it can always backfire, and I'm not gonna scold them or punish them, or as a fan and say, "Oh, you guys fumbled. Look where we are." Whatever.
Yeah.
I want them to be ambitious and do stuff like this. So that's the only way you're gonna win.
No, for sure.
Being conservative and safe don't get you nowhere.
No, it doesn't. You have to take risks. You got to push the envelope for sure. I sort of have the PTSD from like Arsene Wenger days where a player was always in our team, and then because he's come out and performed well, it's like a new signing. I have a feeling this is going to be like a new car, but not necessarily. I have a feeling that it's going to be so enhanced. This is going to be the upgrade of all upgrades in terms of last year's car to this year's car. It's going to feel like a brand new car. That's the way I'm taking it, because one more year left, guys, and then they have to re-scrap. And even not one more year, they're going to be working on that as early as possible.
It might just be one major change that nobody's seen yet. Where everybody's going down this path, and then we just went that.
Boom, yeah.
And nobody's seen it. It could be like just one part. That's crazy. Yeah. That takes us to the next level. We heard the conversations at the end of the last season from Stella saying, we want to make this championship a little bit more boring. That's stick talk. That's like saying we want to win races by 20 seconds. We don't want a championship. I'm sorry, fans. All the fans are like, this is going to be the most competitive season ever. We're going to have so many different race winners. Stella's like, nah, cut that out. I only want 2 drivers winning.
I want that 2014. You know.
I want a boring season. I want a boring season. Give me one.
17, yeah. Absolutely. No, absolutely. Rosa says, do you think they would determine the new livery based on the special liveries we had last year and which one made us quick?
Oh, what was our Singapore livery? Might have to run that one.
I'm remembering, maybe it's the year before, but I'm remembering a bit of purple on that. Pink, purplish.
Oh, no, we had the white in it.
Yeah, was it the white last year?
Yeah.
Mate,
the one off
2 seasons
for Singapore.
Merge like this. You guys were good at
OKX livery September 2024. Yeah. This livery would be a banger if this was our livery.
This is the one that slapped, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll be all for it, man. I'll be all for it. Let's go. I bet I'm gonna call you that from now on, right? I bet says I'm not concerned about Mercedes in 2025, but I think they will have the best car in 26. By the way, speaking of Mercedes, quickly, that
means we're there.
Their Adidas collaboration, Zach Brown. Let's have a conversation.
We're doing this Castoria nonsense. So
I need Nike.
Newcastle United, please, man.
I need Nike right now. We need that today. Okay.
I need you to fly to Oregon right now.
Right now.
Sign the contract, big boy.
Did you see they did the launch of their new merch in Nuremberg, in Germany?
Yeah,
In
it's
Nuremberg.
proper.
I was like, hang on a minute. That
George
is,
Russell's at the Real Madrid game.
yeah, I'll see him in Bellingham. So what's going on here? Valtteri Bottas is happy again. That man looks delighted, man.
The
He's
thing
glad.
is with our collab, yeah, it's obviously Red Bull's already got it. We've got an opportunity to make our merch very, very good. Obviously, we've got a Reese collab. We've got the little Hollister stuff going on, Abercrombie and Finch. We've got the Levi collab. We've got all these little brands here and there. Let's just get Nike. I want to see Oscar Piastri Air Forces right now.
This is it. What are we waiting for?
I want to see Lando Norris Air Max 90s right now.
We need all of it, mate. Air Max 90s. Oh, that'll be it.
Or even if it ain't Nike, give me a Jordan too.
Give me a Jordan collab. That's exactly what I'm saying.
PSG.
Give me a Jordan collab. Let's go. Let's PSG this thing, man. Let's go.
I think a team of our quality shouldn't have merch the way it is. Our official merch.
No.
Castore is not good, bro.
Castore is not the one, man. And that sounds.
I don't know where they came from, and I don't know how they got this many deals with this many people.
Yeah, there's something in the water. Even Newcastle moved to Adidas this season, so like there's something in the water. Something's going on.
They weren't about 10 years ago. I don't even know who they are.
No, I don't know who they are. Honestly, yeah, exactly. Rosa, you know what time it is. Rosa, you know exactly what time it is. We're almost there. I bet says my favorite livery was the Senna one, followed by the Chrome. Yeah, the Senna one was so good. The Chrome one though. Chrome one for me, man, it's my favorite livery from McLaren. The Chrome. That's all I want. That's all I care about. If there's a Chrome on there, let's do this.
See the hoodie you're wearing now? If it was Nike, it'd work.
Oh, mate.
Color scheme, everything works.
Different level. Yeah, I feel like we're setting it up for them. You go look on the store site. You know, it's got this color. It's got like the pastel green. It's like there's the is it like a pastel orange? The papaya's there, black's there. It's set and it's all one tone, one color. Oh, mate, it's there.
Yeah,
we're there. We're just literally there.
We just get it over the line. I know we're getting all these deals, and now we're the only team in Formula One that doesn't have a title sponsor.
What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, we used to have a title, obviously Vodafone.
Yeah.
West.
Do we care?
We used to always have a title. I don't care. I think Zach is deploying the strategy of we treat all our sponsors equal. You will all be treated equally, innit? If you give a title sponsor, then the rest of the sponsors are thinking, what's going on here? You're going to give these guys more light. They get mentioned on the broadcast every 5 seconds when they name the team. They're on the official documents and stuff like that. Zach's an inclusive guy. He's like, oh, we love all of you equally. Google, Jack Daniel, everybody, let's come true, man. We love you. You know what I'm saying? MasterCard.
What if it ends up being McLaren Views F1 team? Because it's right there. Man.
Unless Views changes back to West.
Or Volvo. Was it? What's the other one? We've had some dead ones.
McLaren, I don't know, man. McLaren Goldman Sachs, who knows? That's one of our sponsors.
Yeah, nah, for sure. We need to do something.
I think look at the money if you look at the money that's coming in just from individual sponsors, we don't need a title sponsor. All the money that we make, that McLaren make from all these sponsors is more than one headline sponsor, title sponsor, than these guys. Yeah. Like the HP deal and the Oracle deal. We're getting our money, so we get the money that we get from the sponsors covers the cost cap.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all that matters.
That is all that matters, man. That is all that matters. I bet says I think Ferrari are the favourites for 2025. Honestly, they're looking scary towards the end of last season. Definitely.
They didn't look good in Qatar.
The thing with Ferrari is they're so inconsistent and they are likely to shoot themselves in the foot. Hamilton, he might have looked at the bright lights of Ferrari, but did he concentrate on them dim lights when it was dim? Because, you know, the way he got frustrated with Mercedes was like, look, yeah, we've done so many great things together. Why are we performing like this? This shouldn't be us, blah, blah, blah. But he'll get to Ferrari with no stock, and it will be like, no wonder why you ain't won a championship since 2008. Like it's no wonder.
It's either or. It's either the lights are too bright, or he's like, "What the hell have you man been doing this whole time?"
Yeah,
Which might be scary. Like he'll come in and be like, "Raw, this car's been driven at 60%. Let me just rag it a little bit more." That'd be crazy. That's a crazy reflection on Sainz and Vettel and Leclerc. They'll be like, "What's going on?" Like what were you man doing?
If we get a 2020 Hamilton, mate,
I'd be sick. Imagine Hamilton winning a title for Ferrari.
Oh,
above McLaren. I'll be sick.
Yeah, I couldn't stomach that, guys. Zach says we let too many opportunities slip through our fingers last year. Repeating this is my biggest fear.
That's why I don't fear about Ferrari, because Ferrari is, I'll say, strategically on point. And we still beat them.
But
we'll fumble it. We'll throwaway wins. Monza, we said, Leclerc, here you go, bro.
Like, yeah, so for you, it's like, as long as McLaren do job, we ain't got nothing to worry about with Ferrari.
Yeah. And I think we have to just, like somebody mentioned previously, we just need to take a step in all aspects in it.
Yeah.
I need to see better from Lando. I need to see better from Oscar. I need to see better from the strategy team. And if everybody makes a step forward from the experiences learned from last year, there shouldn't be anything to worry about in terms of those type of things. Strategy situations, driver starts from Lando or something like that. Oscar regarding pace. Like all these type of things should be not all the way gone, but minimized.
Yeah.
That's where you're learning from that, right? Because if the technical team keeps taking a step, that's the most important.
Quite easily. Yeah.
All the other stuff falls by the wayside.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if the technical team take the step that we want them to take, we're not racing nobody but ourselves. I just want people to keep that in mind.
As long as we.
That's why it's the most important. People we can have these little worries about strategy. Oh, what's Lando doing? What's Oscar doing?
Yeah.
All this other stuff that's going on, pit stops, all that. Don't matter. If the car's rapid, we're good.
No, exactly. 364, he says, welcome back, guys. Big at yourself. Hope you're doing well. Alex says, I'm still a Triple Crown Monaco guy. Yeah, that livery is tasty. Let's actually predict the season. Let's talk Oscar Piastri very quickly. Yep. Where do you think he will finish in the Drivers' Championship in 2025? He finished P4 in 2020? In 2024? Let me have a look. Driver standings. Just want to double check, make sure I got that right. Yeah, Oscar Piastri finished P4. Which, you know what? When you look back at it, that's really good.
Yeah, I know it's sexy. Yeah. Like retrospectively,
it's
like, we got second and fourth.
Yeah,
that's good.
That is actually good, and yet we Oscar frustrated us because we know how good he is.
Yeah.
At times, he frustrated us at times last season. But yeah, where are you predicting Oscar? Does he improve on P4 in the Drivers' Championship?
I think it really depends on if we have the car or not.
Oh, okay. Is there some doubt that we might have the car?
If there is, if like I said, the fear of Mercedes. If the Mercedes is there, I think George wins the title.
Because I'm sure definitely. Ooh. Yeah,
that's if the Mercedes there. That's like if the car is there.
If the car is there, George Russell for the title.
Yeah, that's why I fear Mercedes. Smokes. But if Mercedes are not good, I don't care. George is like fifth.
Thing is, I'm sure somebody at Mercedes-Benz last season said, "What are we doing giving McLaren this? Like, what are we doing? Like,
no, they can't do anything about the engine. No. The way the engine rules are packed."
Absolutely, no, they can't. No, I know what you mean, but like in a way where how can they minimize performance enough so that McLaren don't benefit but Mercedes still do? Like somebody surely is asking.
That's happening in 26. That's not gonna happen now. That's why I'm scared. 26.
26.
If somebody says Mercedes has the fastest car in 26, we ain't got the fastest car. They're gonna do something to the engine where
it won't be us. Yeah,
it won't be us. We might be second. We ain't gonna be first. But I think for us, it would be good if we had the fastest engine anyway. But regardless, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's I'm going to talk about that prediction later on the line. I think testing will really shape my prediction. If, let's say, hypothetically, we have the best car like we did last year, right?
Yeah.
Then I would say, Oscar can win the title.
Wow.
If he makes the step that's required, he can win the title. Why not?
In their rookie years, or like, you know, when they were both 19, Lando or Oscar, who you having?
When they were both 19.
Let's say, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Lando was rapid.
Because the thought that
Oscar's a killer.
The thought that Oscar could win it before Lando.
Well, if it's a scenario where it's just literally only Lando versus Oscar,
yeah,
that kind of levels the playing field, right? They're not worrying about other people. They have to take points out of each other, right?
It's going to be the case. Yeah, they will do. They will do.
And Lando will have the race pace advantage, and Oscar will have the kind of racecraft advantage.
Yeah.
It'll be a toss up for me. It really depends on if Lando sits still and Oscar improves, then it's a coin flip. If Oscar improves and then Lando improves even more, it's a tough toss for Oscar.
Yeah. P2, P3.
I don't know. I'm gonna say he's gonna win.
Rosa says, "What if Oscar?"
I don't know why. I think if the car is good, this will happen definitely.
If the car is good, he wins the Australian Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Because what do McLaren do? I mean, you know, it's obvious. Like, we got papaya rules, whatever. Like, but if Oscar Piastri wins the Australian Grand Prix, guys, hold on to your seats because we are going to be in for a bumpy ride. No,
you know what it is? It's either in my eyes, it's either Oscar wins now. If this is only in the scenario of us having the fastest car, either Oscar wins now straight away,
yeah,
or he takes some else to Norris this season and then the season after, and then he wins, or like a Hamilton-Rosberg thing.
Like a Hamilton-Rosberg kind of vibe, yeah?
Like Rosberg lost to Hamilton 3 seasons in a row. Then he won.
And then done it. Yeah, it could definitely happen. Give me a position for Oscar Piastri.
That's a P1.
P1, yeah? Oscar Piastri P1.
I might as well just put it out there.
What about Lando Norris?
In the fastest car, P2.
P2, behind Oscar.
But if we don't have the fastest car, I'm putting Lando ahead of Oscar.
Interesting. I see what you're saying.
If somebody else is the fastest car, whether it be Ferrari or Mercedes, or whatever, then I'll put Lando 2 positions higher than Oscar.
Oh, it's interesting. Drea says, I believe they will all make a step forward. That step forward, you will never be perfect, but if they are less mistakes, it's all we can expect. Yeah. Ryan P says, I'm worried that Oscar and Lando are going to take a lot of points of each other. That's going to be the nature of the beast, unfortunately. I think we definitely have the best driver lineup, followed by Ferrari, as it should be.
Ferrari will take points of each other.
The
only team that we should be worried about is Red Bull, because they're not going to take points of each other.
No, they're going to feed Max Verstappen.
They're going to tell Liam, get the hell out of the way now.
Absolutely.
Immediately.
Drea says, to be honest, I don't like predictions so much. So difficult for me this year, but I hope it won't be worse than 24. Julia says, in my opinion, I can see Lando improving, so he'll be still ahead and second half of last season was disappointing. I just don't see him.
It really with Oscar, it really depends on if he makes the jump. If you don't make the jump, then obviously not. Because at this moment in time, if you were we're taking at this moment in today's date, 11th of the second, Lando's better than Oscar.
Yeah. We need an Oscar extension before he's stolen away. He was the championship, says Rosa.
He's got 2 years left.
2
seasons left now.
If he gets some race wins under his belt, there will be an extension. No doubt.
I don't think it's in his best interest to sign a contract.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. Why? You know,
but Webber's going to be like, why do you want to sign a contract for? Just chill.
Yeah, exactly. He's still got 2 years. Musab says, look, guys, get your predictions in now. Where will Oscar finish? Where will Lando Norris finish? And where will McLaren finish, right? Musab says, Lando, P1, Oscar, P3. In my opinion, Oscar's still missing that edge. Mahad, who's winning the Constructors' Championship?
If we got the fast car, McLaren.
we retain. Yeah.
Yeah. If not, then McLaren.
McLaren, even if it's not the fastest car. Yeah. Julia says Lando P1, Oscar P3. Stefan Williams, Lando P1, Oscar P3. A lot of people are saying
I'm happy either way, man.
We're eating.
Let me tell you right now,
we are eating. As long as I think
the one thing I will say is obviously I think Lando will improve, but I need to see it. I won't say he was the 100% perfect driver last year.
Yeah.
So he needs to iron some things out.
Yeah.
And same with same with Oscar. He needs to iron some things out. It's just who does it first and who progresses at the fastest speed.
This is a very good comment from Rosa. Lando made some mistakes, but what mistakes did Piastri make if not being inconsistent? Which is more probable? Oscar being more consistent, or Lando fixing his mistakes?
This is what I'm saying. This is the question that this is a very good analysis of both drivers, because what I won't say is that Lando made no mistakes or Oscar made no issues last year as well. But they both made mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So they're both not the finished article. They're not robotic. They're not Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen's a bloody robot.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen can go 6 races in a row, not in one single mistake. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So obviously there's things that weigh in Lando's favor and there's things that weigh in Oscar's favor, and then there's obviously negatives to both, right? Who fixes what quicker?
That's a very good question. It's a very good question. I think the answer to that question is
what's your prediction?
I think Lando world champion in 2025.
Okay.
Oscar Piastri will be P2 P3 just. I think he'll give Max Verstappen also a run for his money.
Okay.
I think he'll give him a run for his money, but P3 just. And I think Lando, to answer Rosa's question, Lando Norris will fix the mistakes more, I believe, than Oscar will be consistent. If I had to choose one of the two.
Consistently fast.
Yeah.
When we talk about consistent, we're talking about consistently fast.
So consistently quick, yeah. Lando Norris, yeah, I just believe he will learn from his mistakes and hone in. We never see Lando quite.
Lando don't go missing unless it's spot. Recently,
yeah,
it's spot and it's his day off. But I don't think he usually goes missing. I think we see a high level of performance generally most times, but obviously the mistakes are here and there, man. Like, you know what I mean? And the mistakes are so amplified when you're at the front.
Yeah.
Then people are going to point it out. But then there's some weekends I'm like, where's Oscar?
Exactly. So
he can't have weekends like that anymore.
No.
But Lando can't have these stupid mistakes that happen.
No, he can't. Absolutely not. Yeah. I think, yeah. And also,
I think Oscar can do it. One thing I will say, this is why I said Oscar P1, because if he can do it, then he can win, right? And he'll win the championship. If he's not fast now, he's never going to be fast.
If he's not fast now, he'll never be.
That's 3 years, man. That's like 60 races, bro. If you're not consistently fast now, then when you're looking at the front of the grid now, one thing I noticed, is that all these guys are rapid.
It's very true.
Leclerc, when you're looking at the top end, like Leclerc, Verstappen, Norris, these guys are fast all the time.
Yeah,
they got other stuff going on. Then when you're picking between them, you have to pick between other things because they're all as fast as each other, right? But if Oscar's just there, he's always going to have that deficit. He's like, why am I not faster than these guys?
Correct.
On a consistent basis. These lot don't even think about being fast. They're just fast. They don't need to work on anything. They just know they're already rapid already.
Yeah.
They've got elite race pace. So we need that for Oscar. And then Oscar could be with the big boys, and then his racecraft becomes the differentiator.
And he's 24 this year, Oscar. So
I think he's just turned 23, actually. Or did he turn 24? Actually, hold on. He's 24 years. He's turning 24 in April, I think.
is it April? Yeah, he's no longer a young driver anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not a rookie, and he's no longer going to be a young driver. He's going to be right there in that moment where it's like, okay, cool, hammer time. You better get on it. You better get on it. Rosa says, very last couple of comments here. Rosa says McLaren P1, Lando P1, Oscar P2 with a points difference of less than 10. No fastest lap points. Call me delusional. Listen, man, we'll drink that in. We'll drink that in. Zach says Lando P1, Oscar P3. Oscar has the racecraft, but he doesn't have the pace Lando does. Give me the faster guy over the course of the season.
I think if Lando's P1, Oscar's going to be P2. I don't think there's going to be a gap.
I hope you're right, man. But Max Verstappen.
That's if Lando's P1. I think.
But Max Verstappen exists. This is
Max Verstappen's better than both of them. So
exactly. Yeah, true. No, exactly. Like Max has got to sandwich them somehow. He's got to be the filling in between, surely. Steph, big up Steph. Hope you're good. I hope you're well. Welcome back. Steph says, considering Oscars was very unlucky with some races this year, he just needs more time to improve. But I believe in him.
I think he could do it if the scenarios, if the chips fall into place, and he makes the required improvement.
Yeah, then
he could do it. One thing I won't gloss over is that he needs improvement. Of course he does, and so does Lando.
No, exactly.
Max Verstappen's in a similar car to these guys.
Yeah.
And they're doing a championship again, and they haven't ironed out what they ironed out last year. Then it's going to look scary else.
It will do. No, it will do. I bet says it's easier for a fast driver to iron out mistakes than to make a solid driver fast. Interesting. Drea says, if Oscar won't be quicker than he has a problem. He got no poles last year. Lando had 8. If he doesn't get closer, he will have no chance. Lando will have learnt from last season. I think everyone agrees Lando would have learnt definitely last season.
We've seen evidence of him making steps, and obviously Oscar made a step in time management.
Yeah,
the year before. Before his tires were dying, he's 20 seconds back. It's cooked.
It's done. You've frozen again, by the way, on the screen.
Oh no, man.
Julius says, no worries. Julius says, I think with some things you just born and you have it if you. Sorry, I think with some things you're just born. Yeah, absolutely born with it, and you have it. If he won't do it, he just doesn't have it. And you can, okay, and you can't just learn it. Got you. Like, so yeah, some drivers just have it. They're born with it. They got it, and some don't. And can you learn it? Difficult one. Steph says if Oscar gets a pole in first 4 races, I think he can actually do it. I agree with you, Steph. Drea says I believe that this grid is one of the best ever. There are a lot of unbelievably good drivers there. Tiny things will decide this, no doubt. Rosa says Oscar is the same age as Lando was when Oscar came in, which is interesting. Both Oscar and Lando could have ended the season well in Abu Dhabi if not for Max. Yeah, absolutely. Look, the 2025 season is going to be tremendous. You guys better keep your eyes peeled. It's going to be a hot season. And we will be here, as per usual, every Tuesday after every Formula One race weekend. And we're going to be coming up with all kinds of content as well throughout the rest of the season. So looking forward to that. Mahad, any last things before we close?
Look forward to the season, guys.
Yeah.
Let's not get caught up in speculation. Move in silence, like the team is right now. Move in silence.
Yeah.
Let's just see where we're at in testing. We'll have a conversation about that, and then we'll see what we're at in Australia, guys.
Absolutely, guys. If you're on Twitter, if you're on X, if you're on Instagram, YouTube, the lot, we are there at McLaren Fan TV. Make sure you follow us, and yeah, just keep it posted, man. We're going to be here. We're back, people. It's a brand new season in Formula One, and it's going to be interesting. Yes, Pete Prodromu's contract, absolutely, that's the one. We spoke about that earlier in the stream. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week because it will be launch day, right? So we'll see you next week. We'll decide whether we do it live or whether we do it live after the event. So we watch McLaren's livery and then have a conversation.
Yeah.
You guys decide on Twitter. At us on X. Bombard the X. At McLaren.
If not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the community on YouTube So you can. Well, I'll post on there. You guys can reply as well. Okay.
Excellent. So yeah, big up to yourself, Drea, watching that testing. We've got to watch it all, mate. We're going to be watching it all until next week, people. The Formula One season is back, and just look at that, at the clutch move on the last lap. McLaren fans Serbia.
That's the McLaren fans Serbia.
Hello, guys. Hello, McLaren fans. It's nice to see you again. It's great to see you, man. On that note, we will end the stream right here. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Remember, road to 500. We're nearly there. So smash that subscribe button. And we'll see you next week to discuss all things launch and McLaren. Till then, peace.
Peace.
Peace out, yo.